Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
And I'm Whitney Ward. We begin tonight with breaking news of a wildfire burning in central Washington. There are currently level 3 go now evacuations as well as level 1 get ready evacuation orders. This is in Grant County near Quincy.
Here's what we know right now. Take a look at your screen. This is a map showing where those evacuations are in place at this hour. Again, level 3 means leave now. So if you live in the area of Road 12 Northwest and Road West Northwest, you need to leave now. Level 1 get ready evacuations are further east. These warnings are for Baird Springs south of Road West Northwest. There's also new evacuations for roads near Trinidad and Crescent. Right now, deputies told us that Quincy is not being threatened by the fire.
So take a look. This is a photo that was shared by the Grant County Sheriff's Office. At this hour, we know the fire is several hundred acres. It is moving to the south. We will continue to bring you updates just as soon as we have them. But let's talk weather. After a weekend in the 90s today, bringing a big chance of thunderstorms and increased fire danger.
Yeah, we heard them up here on the South Hill. Let's get straight to Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo. And Jeremy, parts of our region could see severe thunderstorms too. So what do we need to know?
Well, right now we do have 2 of those severe thunderstorms in effect, or 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in place. 1 through 5:30, 1 through 5:15. Let's start with the one a little bit farther out to the west. That is the one just north of Silk Lake and Ephrata. That's the one that's pushing the wind down toward Quincy. Let's zoom in a little bit farther and then you'll be able to see Quincy pop up. Notice Quincy kind of on the backside of this storm system, but it's what we call thunderstorm outflow that gives us some of that wind. When it comes to the wind, it is all coming from the thunderstorm outflow. So the wind blows in the direction away from the storm itself. That's what's fanning some of those flames. We have radar indicated wind gusts up over 60 miles per hour. We also have, unfortunately, hail up over 1 inch in diameter. That is large enough to cause damage. Now let's move east. When it comes to the next storm, the one just outside of Coulee City, north of Wilson Creek, that storm is moving toward Wilbur, Elmira, Coulee City, Creston, and that is going to continue to track its way out to the east, and it does look like it's moving slightly to the north. Another storm out near Chelan. This one is causing some flash flooding concerns, and that storm is expected to remain strong a bit longer. We're going to continue to monitor that one, but widespread across the region, it's all about the weather pattern we are seeing. Our storm works its way out. That's our low pressure center behind a cold front. So that's going to bring us some more scattered storms through this evening. I think the worst of it through about 8 p.m. before we dry out. The biggest threat from these storms, believe it or not, is unfortunately the wildfire danger. It is frequent lightning and strong dry wind that has the potential to fan the flames of new fire starts. We've already seen that and we will likely see it again, so we'll keep a close eye on these storms and what it means for you the rest of the evening.
All right, sounds good, Jeremy. Thank you very much. In other news, after nearly 8 hours, a tense SWAT standoff finally came to an end with a suspect in custody at the State Department of Social and Health Services building on North Maple.
KREM 2's Amanda Rowley has been at that scene all day long. She is joining us now live with more on the suspect and what happened today. Amanda?
Yeah, for several hours today, Spokane police covered this entire area along with SWAT vehicles, and their focus was right here on the south side of the DSHS building. This area, that fenced-in area where the dumpster is, that is where a man who was armed with a knife barricaded himself. Now, just in the last 20 minutes, Spokane police have released additional information, specifically identifying who that suspect is. It is 41-year-old Charleston Harper. Now, Spokane police say he did have an outstanding warrant for failing to register as a sex offender, but he's now been booked into Spokane County Jail as of this afternoon for the following charges: second-degree assault, resisting arrest, obstructing an officer as well. Now, we do know from this morning, Spokane police say at about 7 a.m., security at DSHS reported a man trespassing on the property. When police arrived, police say Harper pulled out a weapon. Now, that is when he threatened to harm himself and repeated his intentions to force police to shoot him. Then police say he had barricaded himself in that fenced dumpster area on the south side of the building. Now this afternoon, Spokane police say they did use a taser on Harper. They also say that a mental health professional and hostage negotiator were on scene working to de-escalate and take that man into custody. Now coming back out live here, we did see for most of the day on Ash and Maple, the blocks of Sharp and Cinto were completely blocked off. At this hour, traffic is now flowing normally. Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
All right, Amanda, thank you very much. In tonight's other top stories, right now, authorities in Montana are continuing to search for an escaped inmate accused of murder. According to the Sanders County Sheriff's Office, this man, 42-year-old Chadwick Mobley, escaped in the town of Plains. It happened yesterday morning while he was being transported back to Michigan. Deputies with the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office arrested him late last month for the 2011 murder of a Michigan woman. So take a look. He's about 6 feet tall, 150 pounds. Officials say he was last seen wearing camo pants, a ball cap, black boots, and a black coat. And officials say Mobley is considered dangerous, so if you see him, do not approach, but call 911.
Idaho State Police are investigating the death of a 2-year-old boy who was found in a hot car outside of a Rathdrum home yesterday afternoon. According to ISP, the toddler had been playing and was found in the car by a family member who then called 911. When Rathdrum police arrived at the scene, they attempted life-saving measures but were not successful. According to ISP, it was 92 degrees outside, which means, according to the hot car calculator based on conditions, it could have been at least 165 degrees in that car in the afternoon. The Kootenai County Coroner's Office will release the official cause of death. Right now, the Stevens County Sheriff's Office asking for your help finding a missing man. Take a look. 27-year-old Tyler Keplin has been missing since Friday afternoon. Deputies say he was last seen walking on Mingo Mountain Road just outside of Kettle Falls. So Keplin is described as 5'9", weighing about 200 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. If you see him, call the number there at the bottom of your screen for Stevens County Dispatch. Happening in just about 1 hour, the Spokane City Council is set to discuss several key items. It will also be Council President Brian Begg's last meeting. He's served on the council since 2016 and was elected president in January of 2020. Earlier this year, Washington Governor Jay Inslee appointed him to serve as a judge for Spokane County Superior Court. Beggs will replace Judge Michael Price, who retired on July 1st. The council will now have to appoint a new council president until an election to fill a position is held in the fall. We'll have a full breakdown of tonight's meeting coming up on KREM 2 News at 10 and 11 tonight.